Hello YouTubers and welcome to my channel. I apologize, I'm holding the phone in my hand. I'm not a professional YouTube videographer or what have you. This is my alternate YouTube channel, however. Um, Let me get straight to the point. This video is about what has helped me and my dealings with plantar fasciitis. For those of you who have plantar fasciitis or knows of anyone who deals with plantar fasciitis or the things associated with plantar fasciitis, you know what I'm talking about. Um, this helped me within a matter of 24 to 48 hours. That is Diatomaceous Earth. This product right here. It is a mineral. I won't go into details about specifically where it comes from and et cetera, et cetera. There are a gazillion videos on YouTube explaining what exactly is diatomaceous earth. As a matter of fact, if you click on my playlist, I have videos that are helpful to me. And they may be helpful to you. So at the end of this, if you want to click on my playlist, I either called it DE or Diatomaceous Earth, one of the two, but click on my playlist. Those are videos that I found helpful to me. I came across Diatomaceous Earth. I was looking for a supplement for hair, skin, and nails. I am 50 years old and I still deal with adult acne. I don't know if you can, I'm not ashamed of it, but yeah, I've dealt with it all my life. And I was looking for a natural way to deal with that, number one. The second thing was I wanted a cleanse. I wanted like a colon cleanse or something to get rid of the parasites, which we all have. And I came across Diatomaceous Earth, which led me to other YouTubers who also uploaded videos about Diatomaceous Earth. Thank you guys who took the time out to upload your videos. They have helped me and my friends and so many more. I work as a flight attendant. I'm on my feet for most of the day, anywhere from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight at a time. I have two sets of shoes I wear. I have my regular shoes. Every airline calls them different. I've heard some flight attendants say, "Oh, these are my boarding shoes," and they're like 6-inch stilettos, or working shoes. And then I also have my service shoes, which are my ballet flats that I change into when I'm doing actual service on the aircraft. I developed plantar fasciitis about 7 months ago. Um, Prior to being a flight attendant, I was a professional dancer. I do belly dance, West African dance, Afro-Caribbean dance, and a lot of that is barefoot. A lot of those dances are performed barefoot. Never had a problem all those years when I was a dancer. I also had an office job. I was sitting all the time, 9 to 5. I was a paralegal for 20 years, so I never really had to be on my feet that much, except maybe if I was assisting the attorneys in court or in trial or something like that. Anyway, let me tell you how quickly this helped with my plantar fasciitis. I had a trip one day, checked into my hotel room, and the other flight attendant I was with suggested that we order in, get something to eat, which hadn't occurred to me. I thought, oh, well, let's just walk there. It's 5 minutes away. I'm glad I didn't, because those of you who suffer from plantar fasciitis, you guys know the pain can just be so excruciating, and it could be random, and it could be prolonged. So I thought, well, that's a good idea. We'll just order in. We ordered in. We started talking about plantar fasciitis, not plantar fasciitis, diatomaceous earth. Let me say that right. Diatomaceous earth, and its benefits. And anyway, so at about 5 o'clock, this is when I transferred. At about 5 o'clock, I wanted to find an ATM. And I went to the front desk and I said, hey, is there an ATM nearby? And she said, yeah, there's one. I wanted to Uber there. She said, well, you should walk. It's only a 5-minute walk. And I thought, okay, fuck it. It's only 5 minutes. So I did the 5-minute walk, although it was really 10 minutes. But I did a power walk. So I got there in about 9 minutes. And I thought, okay, it's getting dark. I better Uber back, because y'all know it starts to get dark early now at like 5 o'clock, at least on the West Coast. So I had an exceptional amount of sustained energy. I only owe it to Diatomaceous Earth. There was no way a year ago, there was no way a week ago, I would have walked there and walked back. I would have walked there and I would have Ubered back or taken a Lyft or taken a taxi, even though the hotel was only like a 7 to 10 minute walk away. I owe it to this stuff right here. Got up there and she said, "Did you walk back?" And I go, "Yeah." She goes, "I got to get me some of that dirt." That's what we call it, dirt. Some people call it clay. Some people, there's different names for it. And so she said, "I've got to get me some of that dirt." And I go, "You're right." And I did notice, usually when I get to my hotel room, especially if it's early, like a 2 p.m. or 1 p.m., the first thing I want to do when I get to my hotel room is take a nap. I don't want to hang out. I don't want to have no drinks. I don't want to deal with nobody. I need to take a nap. Just like first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I need to have my coffee. Don't nobody funk with me until I either have my coffee or I have my nap. That was all before Diatomaceous Earth. Went to bed and I said, "Oh my God, tomorrow my feet are going to kill me." Not my feet, my foot. Plantar fasciitis usually affects people only in one foot. And for me, it's my right foot. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this is just going to affect me." Woke up to do some cycling, to go to the fitness center and get on the cycling because somebody told me that is the one exercise that you can use, um, or the one exercise that you can do that helps relieve plantar fasciitis, which is true. It took my pain, cycling or bicycling on a stationary bike, took my plantar fasciitis, with 10 being the worst. I'd say it took it down to about a 6 or 7. And that was only for a minimum amount of time. Um, got up. Plantar fasciitis is usually the worst in the morning. My pain was 95% gone. I couldn't believe it. I knew it helped with inflammation. I had no idea how much it helped with inflammation. That's when I realized it was this. So I've been taking it. I said, I cannot keep this secret any longer. If you're dealing with inflammation or back pain or joint aches, consider investing in some diatomaceous earth. There are many brands out there. Like I said, there's many videos out there. I have 2 brands that I'm currently playing with. This particular brand is by a company, again, called ditomaceousearth.com. This was the first one that I started out with. Make sure you get food grade. My understanding is that there are about 3. Whoops, my necklace is coming off. Well, that was weird. There are 3 grades. From what I remember reading, there's a food grade, there's a farm grade, and there is a pool grade. I was I was told or I read that the farm grade is interchangeable. Farm meaning farm animals. Um, you could basically take the same thing. Get it directly from the website. Again, diatomaceousearth.com, or diatomaceousearth.com also has also sells this on Amazon. There are 2 companies that I'm dealing with. The other company, I haven't started taking it yet. I will post their links though, however, in the description if you guys want to check it out. This is 2 pounds. This is gonna last me. This is gonna last me about a year if I don't stop giving it away. Some of the die-offs of diatomaceous earth. By die-offs, things will die off. It's gonna get a little graphic now, so if you need to stop this video, bye bye. Some of the die-offs. First and foremost, your poop. You're gonna see parasites in your poop, especially if you're already toxic. Especially, if you eat a lot of meats and other things, you may see parasites in your poop, but you're going to feel so much better. With diatomaceous earth, if you eat 3 meals a day, you better plan on pooping 3 meals a day. They're regular, they're not runny, you're not going to have diarrhea. Again, everyone is different. I'm basing this on my experience. The first time I took it, however, I was constipated. I was like, what? I was constipated, and I was like so done. But what I do, or what I did, was I take a spoonful of mineral oil right before bed, and that helps me move in the morning. But the diatomaceous earth, again, there's certain die-offs or side effects that you will be made aware of. Just know that it's working. You you must drink lots of water with this stuff. About the fourth day into taking diatomaceous earth, I noticed the pain from my plantar fasciitis came back about 5%. Not a lot, about 5%. So I backtrack and I said, what am I doing differently that I didn't do before? I'm doing the same thing. But I wasn't. It was my water intake. See, I have to keep track of my water because before diatomaceous earth, I would drink one of these a day. With diatomaceous earth, I drink 3 of these per day. It is recommended that you drink, um, I read that you should drink no minimum than 100 fluid ounces. This is, oh God, what is this? This is 33.8 fluid ounces. Yeah, so I drink 3 of these per day, this size, not necessarily this brand, um, with lemon. How I take diatomaceous earth. How I first started taking it when it helped my plantar fasciitis. I took a leveled teaspoon, not a heaping teaspoon, not an average teaspoon, a leveled teaspoon, and I put it in about 6 ounces of water. You don't necessarily need to put it in water. You could put it in juice. You could put it in milk. You could put it in smoothies. I like to put mine in water. It's a very chalky taste. This is what it looks like. This is how much water I drink with it now. I used to drink a lot more water. And if you look here, it settles. You gotta shake it up. You gotta stir it up. You gotta keep shaking it because it will settle at the bottom. But I drink this much water with it. I'm up to now 2 spoons a day. The first teaspoon I take is a leveled teaspoon. I'm working up to getting up to a heaping teaspoon, and then at night I take 1/4 of a teaspoon. You guys, I sleep so good. Um, After I take this, I follow it up with one of these, at least half of this. Now you could just add that water in here if you want. I don't necessarily use spring water, by the way. It is best if taken with um, distilled water or purified water. I heard you don't want to take it with mineral water because the minerals do something with the minerals in the diatomaceous earth. The same thing with how you serve it. It should be served with a plastic spoon. If you give me a moment, I'll try to open this because I transfer it into here. By the way, I'm not getting paid for this. Okay, diatonaciousEarth.com or any other company is not paying me. However, if you feel the need to reach out, hit me up. Anyway, so this is the consistency of it, and it's like flour. If you bake or fried chicken or however you use flour, that's what the consistency of. You do not want to inhale this, especially the pool grade. It is very bad for your lungs. Even just doing this, I can see a little bit of a slight bit of mist, in the air. When I transfer it from the bag to the mason jar, I see that a lot, and I do cover my face with a mask. But this is just to show you, it's like baby powder. Use a plastic spoon, not a metal spoon. Again, I was reading that metal somehow interferes with the metal in the diatomaceous earth. So be very, very careful of that. I give it to friends. I'm gonna tell you something. I have a friend that suffers from. She has I forget the name of it, but it's a problem where you're always consistently having lower back issues. In 3 days, and she started with a half teaspoon a day in 3 days. This is the other thing that I put it in. This is the one I put in. Anyway, in 3 days, she said her pain was gone by 99.9%. When I get it in this plastic bag, different companies send it in different ways. There is a company that sends it in a container like this, which is what I prefer. I put it in this container. This originally was like my green food shake mix. And I just took the label off and I put it in here. This is the one I keep when I want to sprinkle it in my coffee or put it in my smoothie or even give it to friends when they come over. I use this. I hide this bad boy right here because y'all not getting all my earth. And it's cheap. This is a 2 pound bag. I forgot what I paid for it, but it was no more than $15 or $20. And there's some even out there even cheaper. A couple of websites do sell it in a capsule form. I don't want to fool around with a capsule. I don't. I'm a Virgo. I have no patience. I don't want to wait for it to dissolve. No, I want to get it in my system and I want to get it in me right away. Um, this one I store and I just keep them in the cabinet. You do not need to refrigerate it. However, if you do, make sure it is in something sealed like this. It acts almost like baking soda, meaning if you do sit it in the refrigerator, it's gonna it's going to, what's the word I'm looking for? Inherit, if you will, all those odors in your refrigerator. So when you take it, it will no longer taste like chalk. It will taste like, whatever's in your fridge. I just kept the scoop in here because it just made it easy to transfer. I don't use this scoop when I'm transferring or mixing it. Die-offs, your poop, you will be regular. You may be constipated at first. Drink more water. Again, when the pain came back, I realized I hadn't drank as much water that particular day as I had the days before. The minute I realized that, I drank the water. The plantar fasciitis pain absolutely went away. Good hair, skin, and nails. This is not my hair. Yes, it is, because I bought it, so therefore it's mine. Anyway, the hair under this hair, yes, in almost a month it has grown 1/4 of an inch, which is fast for me, because my hair doesn't grow that fast. 1/4 of an inch for me is like 3 or 4 months. It takes 3 or 4 months for me to grow that. I did hear people say that they broke out on their skin, on their face, before their face got better. I'm sorry about this glare, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, hopefully you're paying attention to the message, not the messenger. Um, what else? Oh, people with sinus issues. Oh my God. They are purging. They're seeing mucus and stuff come out of them. And after that's over with, they have no more sinus issues, or their sinus issues have been reduced minimally reduced. The suggested use, it depends on each person. This particular company here, if you decide to order from their website or from Amazon, this is their recommended dose. Some people say that this is too much. Most people start with 1/4 of a teaspoon for a week. The following, 1/8 of a teaspoon. You keep going up every week until you get to 2 tablespoons per day. I know some people who take 4 tablespoons per day and they have no issues, they have no problems. I know some people who don't mix it in water, they actually eat it and then they follow it up with water. There are a couple of YouTube videos out there too showing people just eating it, just regularly eating it. But those are some of the die-offs. Headaches, again, I didn't really have any headaches in the beginning, but on the times I do, it dawns on me you didn't drink enough water. Guys, this will dehydrate you. It will make you dehydrated. You must replenish your water. If it's not working, that means one or two things. Either number one, you're taking too much, or number two, your water intake is too low. So please consider that when you're taking it. My nails, these are not my nails. Oh, yes, they are, because I paid for them. These are not my nails. These are acrylic. I need to get a fill about every 2 to 3 weeks for the new growth. With Diatomaceous earth, I'm like, oh my God, I need a fill already. Your nails, your real nails will be strong. Your real nails will be thick. I already broke a nail, and I'm looking at my real nail like this nail was never this hard. I don't want to show you guys my nails. They're kind of jacked up right now. My dreams are more vivid. I had a dream that R&B singer R. Kelly was my real father, and I was okay with that. My dreams are so vivid, and I remember my dreams. I not only have these dreams, but I remember my dreams. There are some groups that you should join on Facebook. If you do have plantar fasciitis, there is a group on Facebook uh, called Plantar Fasciitis Support Group. There are two groups that I belong to on Facebook. I don't really uh, interact much, but I do comment. Very, very helpful group. The members are supportive. The admins, you know, join the group. Anyway, I'll put the description. I'll put the name and the link in the description box if I can. One of the groups on Facebook is called Diatomaceous Earth Foodgrade.com. I take that back. It's called Diatomaceous Earth Food Grade Support Group. Join that group on Facebook. Diatomaceous Earth Food Grade Support Group. It's not a page. It's a group. There's a difference between a Facebook page and a Facebook group. It's a Facebook group. The second group is also called Diatomaceous Earth. It's not food grade, it's simply Diatomaceous Earth. Both of them have just a wealth of information, and members are in there to help you. Whether you want to use it for bugs, I don't have any bugs, but I put some in the corner just in case a roach want to slip up, because you never know. You never know what your neighbors may be bringing in. Um, People give it to their pets. I haven't put it in my plants yet. I want to start putting it, giving it to my plants. But I want to finish this first. Maybe come back with a follow-up interview. I was even going to wait 90 days because some people say it's best to go on at 90 days, 2 weeks off, 90 days, 2 weeks off. Please don't take my word for it. Go on Amazon, type in food grade diatomaceous earth, and read the reviews for yourself. 90% of the reviews on Amazon are 5 stars, and they're positive, and there are people telling you how it helped them in more ways than one. Some people said their eyesight got better, their nails are stronger, their hair is not necessarily longer, but thicker and shinier and manageable. You become regular. Their skin is smooth. I've only saw maybe two. I've seen maybe two posts on Amazon about diatomaceous earth and plantar fasciitis. I'm very shocked I didn't see more. I'm very, very shocked. Trust and believe I'm going to go on there and write a review about how this has helped me. Again, research the brands, research the product, research the die-offs or the side effects. Um, if you have other issues, if you're taking other medication, yes, I've seen people that take it well with their other medication. They just space it out within a few hours. Discuss it with your doctor. Maybe he already knows about it. Matter of fact, I've read some comments where doctors actually recommended it to their patients. I'm so happy with it. Every friend that comes over, I tell them about it and I give them some. Whether they take it or not, that's another story. The first time I heard about it was 10 years ago. A friend of mine who was also a chiropractor. I don't I don't dislike chiropractors, but I don't go to chiropractor. I don't want to hear my bones cracking. I don't want to see nobody. That stuff has never sat well with me. Maybe I should have seen a chiropractor, and I wouldn't have developed plantar fasciitis. But anyway, my friend who is a chiropractor about 10 years ago, he recommended this, and he came from church one day, and he had this Ziploc bag. By the way, this is how I take it with me when I travel. I put it in this. This is a little. I'll fill this up before my next trip, and I'll keep it in my purse or my lunchbox, and put it in some water in the morning when I get to my hotel, and it keeps relatively well. If you do this method, double bag it. I do have a second bag because when you open this, it's like so double. Put it in a small bag this size, and then put this in an additional bag. Twice this size. But yeah, the first time I had it, my chiropractor friend said, "Hey, I want you to try this. It's very good for you. All these minerals, blah blah blah." And I said, "Okay, fine." So I took it, um, put it in my car, and I drove off. And I'm thinking to myself, I am not about to take no white powder from the white man in the white neighborhood. It ain't happening. No. Because if I get pulled over, the first thing they going to say, especially in LA, oh, what's this white powder? Y'all know how the popo do. You know how the police are. That's an ignorant mindset. And that's how I thought back then. But I tell you what, if I knew back then what I know now about diatomaceous earth, I wouldn't even need to make this video. Maybe I had to develop plantar fasciitis so I can make this video. I'm not saying stop what you're doing. If what you're doing helps your plantar fasciitis, keep doing that. That's on you. I want to thank everybody who's made a video about how to cure plantar fasciitis, or PF, as we say. I want to thank everybody who made a video about diatomaceous earth. I mean, if it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't know where to begin. I wouldn't know where to start because there's not a whole lot of information out there on it. And of course, there's nothing by the FDA approving it. I'm telling you it works for me. I'm not a medical doctor. Do what works for you. I wish you well. I cannot speak highly enough about this. Like I said, I don't do videos. But the way this has made me feel, you will feel good. You will feel great. You will want to do power walks. If you're already power walking, you'll probably want to run. If you're already running, you'll probably want to sign up for a marathon. I don't know, whatever the hell it is you do. This will help you take it to the next level, so give it a chance. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this video was just rambling on and on. And if I've helped someone, let me know. Take care, you guys. Namaste.